Hey guys, so this just came in the post right now, and it is the new The Hunger Games Illustrated Edition, so I thought we would open it together and have a little look. Obviously, I haven't seen it before. I've even been avoiding looking at anything online, so I don't even really know what the front cover looks like. So I'm really, really excited. As you guys know, I'm a huge Hunger Games fan, and to finally have an illustrated edition is just incredible, and I'm so, so excited. So let's get on and open it together. If I can do this, I'll be amazed. Oh, listen to that. So I've lifted it up. There is probably going to be a sheet in here because it's Amazon with my address. So 1 second, I'm going to try and get that sheet out. So I actually can't feel a sheet, but I can see the book. Are you ready? Let's try and get this out one-handed. Oh, it's quite heavy. You can't see a thing. I promise you I'm not looking. I'm just, getting it out. Oh my goodness. And there she is. So the sleeve is not on properly, so I'm going to do that in a second. But look at it. So it's The Hunger Games, illustrated by Nico Delort, and Suzanne Collins, of course, is the writer. Oh, I absolutely love it. Look at Katniss there. Let me do a zoom in. And I am going to flick through, I don't know if I'll flick through the whole book, but I am going to do an overview. So if you don't want spoilers, then please stop watching. But I am just going to quickly sort that sleeve out at the bottom. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave it because we'll probably take it off. So let's have a look at the side. If I can lift it up, it is quite heavy. Oh, it's wonderful. And I'll turn around and show you the back. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm going to take this off because that's obviously going to show us a full image. So let's turn it right back to the front. Oh, it's so heavy. Oh, I'm trying to do this one-handed. It's so, so, so heavy. So let's open it up. Oh, I love these pages. It's nice and simple, but I love them. So it says the first spark. And I'm going to read it to you. Even at the age of 16, Katniss Everdeen knows it takes hard work, keen observation, and inner fortitude to survive in the world. Her home District 12 is under the merciless rule of the capital, continually forced to pay after losing a long-ago civil war in the nation of Panem. One of the ways the capital keeps control is its annual Hunger Games, a televised fight to the death featuring 2 young tributes from each of Panem's 12 districts. This gruesome battle is meant to send home a chilling message: rebellion will always be punished. When Katniss finds herself within the Hunger Games arena, she knows the odds aren't in her favour. Any wrong move will end her life, and even the right moves come with a cost. But if she can survive, there is a chance the districts may survive as well. You can see me foot there, sorry. The Hunger Games has enthralled millions of readers in its examination of the price of war, human nature, and the powerful force of both love and resistance. Now it appears for the first time in a deluxe illustrated edition with spellbinding art from internationally acclaimed artist Nico Delort, and I hope I'm saying his name right. So you can see $34.99 US, $47.99 Canadian, and £30 UK. I actually spent a little bit less than £30 on this, sorry. I think I spent about £21, something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to take the dust jacket off, and then we'll have another look. So my flash is making this a little bit dodgy. Let me see if I can turn my flash off for a second. There we go. Now you get the beautiful colours. This is the dust jacket. Beautiful, beautiful sunset colour there. Obviously Peter's favourite colour. Oh no, don't, you get me started. And then on the back, of course, we do have some information about Suzanne Collins and Nico Delort. So please pause if you would like to go ahead and read that. I'm just going to whip the flash back on again. But as you can see, it does saturate the colours. The colours are beautiful. So this is without the dust jacket. This is with the flash on. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to take the flash off so you can see the colours a little bit better. Look, I'm just going to sort of zoom in if I can at this beautiful Mockingjay. Absolutely stunning. I would seriously contemplate that for a tattoo. I'm not even joking. That is absolutely stunning. And if we move to the back, again, I'm trying not to damage the book because doing this one-handed, it is very, very heavy. Hang on, I'm going to pause. So the back is very similar to what you've already seen. It is stunning. I'm going to turn the flash on. Just look at the detail on that. Beautiful. So let's head into spoiler territory. So if you don't want to see any more, please turn the video off now. Thank you for watching up until this point. I probably won't show you the whole book, but like I say, I do want to do a little bit of an overview. I just love that front page. This is stunning. And again, there's that beautiful illustration. Do you know, my cogs are ticking for that to be a potential tattoo. I'm not even lying. So let's just have a look. Now we've got the sort of copyright information there. Beautiful. So mine is a 28th edition? No, because the number line is there. So I don't know if it's a first edition or not because of this number line. Anyone who's more familiar with that will have to let me know. But again, just these beautiful flowers. Are they primrose? Oh my goodness. Part 1, the tributes. So again, I'm just going to flick through. Oh, I love just the plain black here, honestly. Beautiful. I can't wait to sit and read this. So there's going to be pages that don't have illustrations. So I'm going to pause until we get to an illustration. So here is our first illustration actually in the book. And oh my goodness me. Honestly, I feel like I'm going to cry. How stupid. I love the Hunger Games so much. What a beautiful illustration. So this is Katniss and Prim getting ready for the Reaping Day, of course, with Mrs. Everdeen, whose name you never find out, by the way. There's Primrose, look, and Buttercup, the cat. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. That's making me emotional. Let me see if I can zoom in and just get you a bit of a better detail there. What a gorgeous illustration, that really is. Then our next illustration is Katniss being reaped for the Hunger Games. You can see her in big on the boards there on the screens. Wow, the emotion I feel in this picture. Sorry, I just whacked that on the floor. There's, looks like Gale and Prim perhaps. Wow, honestly, I love this so much. So here we have Madge giving the Hunger Games pin to Katniss. If you've only watched the films, in the films I believe she finds the pin in Greasy Sai's stall, but in the books, Madge, the mayor's daughter, actually gives her the Hunger Games badge, the Mockingjay badge. Sorry, I am so overwhelmed as you can tell. Beautiful, beautiful. I love this line work. Absolutely love it. And I love that it's in black and white as well. For the Hunger Games, that's so poignant. And obviously bits of grey, so not just black and white. Beautiful. Here we have our first double page illustration. So this is on the train on the way to the capital. So you have Katniss and Peeta, and then you also have Effie and Haymitch. So I'm going to do a zoom in. You can also see some Avoxes, I believe, in the back there. Obviously it's quite small, so it's hard to zoom in and give you the detail there. But there's, oh, I'm jarring the camera. There's Haymitch and Effie. I am so used to seeing Woody Harrelson as Haymitch, so that's very jarring. But I think Effie looks really, really good. And then we have Peeta and Katniss. I really like the look of those. And our first, like I say, double spread. So let's keep going. So here we have the chariot ride. Oh, where they're on fire. Beautiful. That's obviously Cinna in the background there. And you even get to see sort of the, like it looks like a chariot rider. I don't know. Not a rider, like someone who's controlling them. But I think that is the actual chariot itself. I don't think that is a person, because that looks like a coal miner. So I imagine that is the actual chariot itself. Just look, and you see the crowd in the background. I'm absolutely in awe of these illustrations, I really am. So here we are at one of the dinners in the capital. So you have an Avox in the back, who Katniss, I believe, recognises here. Yeah, she does recognise her. Then we have Effie, Katniss, Haymitch and Peeta again. Look at the food. I love it. I love it so much. So here, one of my favourite scenes, we have Katniss firing the arrow at the game makers right into the hog. And I love this perspective, actually, because this illustration could have been done a number of ways, you know, Katniss looking over to the side from their perspective. I just love that the perspective of the sort of camera, if you were, is behind her. I really, really like that. I said I wasn't going to show you the whole book, but it looks like you are getting all the illustrations, so strap in. But they're beautiful, I can't pick. And I thought this was our first look at the arena, but it's not. So this is a flashback of Gale and Katniss meeting for the first time, I think, judging by what's on the other page. So I'm assuming that that is Gale and not Peeta there. And this is Katniss making a snare. Don't want to talk about rabbit snares, but there you go. Now just take a moment for how stunning that is. So this is, of course, the interviews and Katniss spinning in her gorgeous dress. Stunning. And I love, I've mentioned it before, the illustrator's perspective on things. So a lot of stuff is done behind Katniss rather than in front of her. And I feel like a part of that, I could be reading into this, it's the idea that her sort of agency is being taken away. So everything's being done behind her rather than in front of her. At least that's what I get out of this. I don't know if that was the illustrator's intent, but that's how I feel, that we're sort of behind her, watching her every move kind of thing. Again, I don't know if that's what the illustrator intended, but that's absolutely how I feel. We're now on to part 2, which is of course the games itself, but I just wanted to show you this beautiful border of flowers. And here we're not quite into the arena yet, but this is the night before with Katniss and Peeta on the balcony. And again, another shot where we're behind them. I really like this. I really like this sort of forced perspective here onto the Capitol as well, with them looking so small and the Capitol looking so big. So there's so much to see here, but here we have our second double page spread, and it is, of course, the arena. So you have the cornucopia there, looking a lot more like a cornucopia than the films did, actually. I love the look of that cornucopia. You have the tributes, of course, around it. This top-down view is wonderful. You have the Mockingjays there. Let's see if we can get a closer look. There's so much going on. You have the lake. So much going on. You can see the grass. I don't know if you'd be able to pick out individual tributes. But there they are. You probably could if you looked hard enough. Yeah, I love this line work, I really do. And here we have our first proper look at the career pack with Peeta. I don't know if Katniss is in the tree at this point. I can't see her, so it doesn't look like she is. But of course we have Glimmer, Cato, Clove. There is somebody else. So there's Marvel, Glimmer, Cato and Clove and Peeta. So Marvel, Glimmer, Cato, Clove. I know that's not actually them, Peeta. And then there was one more, wasn't there? Was it the District 4 boy? I think so. But it's been a while since I read the book. And then, oh my goodness, we have this beautiful picture of Rue in a tree. Look at that. Wow. That's amazing. Obviously, look at the nighttime and the stars in the back. And this is where Rue is telling Katniss to use the Tracker Jacker, what do you call it? Not pod. Hive. That's the word. Here we have another beautiful double page spread of Katniss running, and I believe this might be Peeta. Obviously she's quite poisoned here from the Tracker Jacker venom. This isn't my favourite, actually, but I do still like the perspective and the line work. But again, I think there's too much focal point in the middle here rather than off to the sides, which again might be deliberate, but not my favourite. But it's still a gorgeous, gorgeous illustration. Now this one is beautiful. You have Katniss and Rue after Rue has sort of nursed Katniss back to health after her run-in with the Tracker Jackers. And you can see just little details like Katniss's, blooming heck, I can't speak, her trousers being ripped there, look. So you have more detail of the boot, the backpack next to her. More of Rue. Lovely, lovely picture. Then here we have just before the blowing up of the supplies. So you have Katniss looking on in the corner and Foxface running to the supplies. She's obviously figured out the pattern with the explosives on the floor. And it's a very interesting perspective, this one, because the explosion hasn't happened yet, and yet it looks like it has with the sky. So I do like this one. And here we have the Capitol plane, which comes to take the tributes' bodies away. And I think this is him taking the District 4 boy. Or District 3 boy, sorry, I keep saying District 4, I meant District 3. Katniss watching in the corner there. And obviously, zoom in a little bit more, as morbid as it is, and see what's happening. And then, oh my goodness, Rue's death. Absolutely beautiful. You have the Mockingjay in the branch there. You have all the flowers that Katniss has picked and deliberately put there. Zoom in on this. Of course, this is pretty much where it all starts for Katniss and the rebellion, really. Beautiful image there. I love the framing of this one, particularly sort of with the Mockingjay in the tree there. And then we are on to part 3, the Victor, again with that flower border. So this is an absolutely haunting image, but this is Peeta disguised as a tree on the floor. And the eyes, I'm just going to zoom you in. Beautiful. You can see the berries and the leaves there. My flash, I don't think, is doing these justice, to be honest, because they're absolutely stunning illustrations. Here we have Katniss narrating the story of how she got Prim's goat. Obviously, she has to edit some of the things for the cameras, but we have a beautiful look at District 12. I don't think we've seen much of District 12 in the illustrations. So you can see sort of the shacks. There's Mrs. Everdeen. You have Gale, Katniss. You have the goat, which is called... the cat's Buttercup. I forgot the name of the goat. Does it have one? I think so. And then, of course, Prim very happy that she ties a ribbon around its neck. I can't remember if the goat had a name. But yeah, I'll just zoom in more on the houses. It's exactly how I imagine District 12 to look as well. Now this one is quite emotional because this is Cato just after he's killed Clove. You can see Clove's body in the background there. I'll just zoom in for you. You can see him holding the rock. But what's really poignant about this image is look how young he is, because I think we forget in the films, in the first film, Cato, not Cato. Did I say Cato? I totally meant to say Thresh. I'm so sorry. This is poignant because in the films, Thresh looks quite a bit older, but he's just a boy, you know, as they all are. They're just kids. And I think this really shows how young Thresh actually was. So I do love that one. Here, of course, we had to have Katniss and Peeta in the cave, didn't we? So there they are. Beautiful, beautiful. This is just before, well, just before everything, really. Here we have Katniss hunting as she sends Peeta away because he's being too loud. And this is just before he inadvertently kills Foxface. And here we have Cato in his sort of armour that he made running from the Mutts. And oh my goodness, so they have made, or this illustrator has made the Mutts definitely more humanoid, which is how they were in the book. Of course, the films made them more animalistic. Yeah, very haunting, very haunting. So of course we're nearly at the end. This is the berries, the scene with the berries. And again, another poignant scene in terms of the rebellion and with Katniss and Peeta's personal story. So you can see the end of the cornucopia here. They're back to back holding hands. I think in the films they had them looking towards each other, but I do think they are back to back. I don't know, were they back to back in the film? I can't remember, but I know they certainly are in the book. And this is obviously showing you how tall Peeta is, because he is taller than Katniss in the books, but I think in the films Katniss is taller. And here we have a beautiful illustration of Katniss. Is that Katniss? And Haymitch there. Yeah, Katniss and Haymitch. She's looking very, very childlike after the end of her games. He's very sad. I'm not sure about the depiction of Haymitch here, just because I'm so used to Woody Harrelson. He's a lot more stockier than I imagine Haymitch to be in the books. And here is our first look at President Snow and the President's Mansion when he is crowning them both victors of the Hunger Games, and the crown snaps in half. So I'm going to try and zoom in on President Snow, but my phone won't like this. Not too sure on the depiction of Snow there. I think he looks a little bit too young, actually. But that also could be because I'm used to Donald Sutherland. And there you have it. That is the end of the book. So again, I'm just going to quickly turn my flash off here because I think that looks much better. I've put the dust jacket back on, of course. So that is it. Like I say, I think I paid about £21 for this. Well worth it. And I really hope that this illustrator carries on with Catching Fire and Mockingjay, because we have a history of illustrated books being started and not finished by the same illustrator. I'm not saying a word. You'll know if you know. But yeah, I really hope this illustrator does the other two books, possibly Ballad as well. And who knows, we're a little bit early for that, but maybe Sunrise on the Reaping as well. Not even come out yet, not even out till March. On a side note, I am really excited for Sunrise on the Reaping as well. So anyway, that is the Hunger Games Illustrated Edition. Please let me know what you think of it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Coming up this week, we do have a Comic-Con vlog, hopefully. I mean, I haven't been yet, but I'm assuming I'll make a vlog. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.